We are live. Hello.
Hey guys, I hope you're all doing good and you're as excited as me and Auntie Liz.
We have balloons for the occasion. Welcome to our weight party. Obviously, most sports you would maybe have a watch party.
But we're not in that type of sport.
It's not that kind of sport. We have to wait. I mean, I guess you can technically watch spreadsheets, but it's not the most... well, I think it's quite thrilling, actually. And the results that have come through so far today are very exciting, aren't they?
Yes, today's so far, some of the results just, I mean, group 5. Are you guys following the spreadsheet? I'm guessing those of you that are coming to watch this have all been following, so I'm not going to worry about spoilers and stuff like that.
If you don't want spoilers, you are absolutely in the wrong place. This is like Spoil City.
Yes. I hope you're all doing well. I hope you're all as excited as us. Auntie Liz is a bit tired. I'm pretty tired. We were up late last night. Liz didn't go to bed.
No.
But
I managed to sleep a bit this afternoon. But yeah. And it's so sticky and humid here. Nothing like it would be in Sacramento. I don't know how hot it is there today. But yeah, it's not the most comfortable conditions here, to be fair.
It's not. But let's start off with group 5 because that is just looking ridiculous.
Group 5 has gone completely mental. It started off pretty insane, but after today's fingers. So these, for anyone IMG watching, these results are now in the public domain. The spreadsheets have been updated. All the little whisperers have brought information from around the world. And we do know the results of the fingers now. So
I think most people here will know, but do you want to give them a quick rundown?
Yeah. So we know that Alexei Novikov won the fingers. Then it was Luke Stoltman, then Bobby Thompson, Kevin Ferris, and Irvin Toots. So
it's just made that group so tight. You got 4 guys being separated by 1 point.
Yeah. With
2 events to go before the stone off.
It's completely insane.
I mean, 4 guys that could all make the final, or could potentially be top 5 in the final. They're 4 of the best guys competing. It's certainly that have been good in recent, the last couple of years. Yeah. Unbelievable to see such a battle going on.
It's crazy. And we have heard some rumors about timings as well. And if these timings are correct, it's going to be so exciting to watch. So what we've got here is Alexei beating Luke by a split second. They were both 28 seconds on 4. Then Bobby beating Kevin by a split second. They both did 4, but on 36 seconds. That's completely insane, isn't it? So that must have been neck and neck for both of them. It's just...
That would have been a hell of a if you were watching that, it would have been so hard to pick out.
Shade, thank you for the super chat. What would happen if there's a first place tie in points before the stone off? So it will go on. I'll let you answer.
Yeah. So if there is a tie at World's Strongest Man, what they do is go off the previous event. So say, for instance, 3 guys are all tied on 19 points after the front hold. It will go on who placed highest on the front hold. So whoever was highest out of them would maybe then go into would be the one that goes to the final. Yeah. If someone's already ahead of them had won, it would be separated by who was the best on that event as to who goes into the stone off.
Yeah.
Very frustrating situation I've been in myself.
Yeah, you lost out getting into the stone off before because of that format. Yes, it never used to be that way, did it? It used to be on countback. So it would be the overall amount of first placings you got, or if no one had those, then second placings, etc.
Yeah. So have you guys all been following today? Let us know who you think or who's impressed you so far, who's shocked, who's surprised, who you think is going to make the final. I want to know what you guys think, not just I've obviously got my opinions, but it's nice to see what everyone else is thinking.
Yeah, definitely. And we are absolutely going to stay on top of super chats today as well. Colorado Awesome Sauce, thank you for the super chat. Let's hope Luke makes the finals. Oh, yeah, definitely. We've got our
We are
fingers
supporting
crossed.
Luke as much as
we are big Luke Stoltman fans, aren't we?
It's really good to see him doing so well.
I can't read that. V8TOYY. Morning from New Zealand. Go the Stoltmans. Really hope both go into the finals. Do you think any of the other top 3 in Group 5 can beat Luke in a stone off?
I don't think anyone can beat Tom on a stone off.
Luke.
Oh, sorry, Luke.
Luke in Group 5. So could anyone in that group?
That's a tough group.
Yeah.
That is tough. I think Luke's a great stone lifter, but Alexei has improved his stones a lot.
Yeah.
They're all good stone lifters, to be honest. I think it would be a real battle if it's going to come down to the stone. Well, it's going to come down to stones for one of them.
Yeah, of course.
I think Kevin's decent at stones. I think
it might come down to who doesn't make a mistake, who can keep the cooler head rather than who's the better stone lifter. We've seen it before, haven't we? Some
who wants it the most?
Big upsets, yeah. Who's got that little bit left in the tank? Brian, Tom, and Luke, top 3. That'd be a pretty cool podium.
Be an amazing podium. I've got to say, I mean, looking at Group 1, I said beforehand I thought Brian looked in shape.
Yeah.
In terms of when I spoke to him, his whole attitude leading up to this, he looks like a focused Brian Shaw. You know, the Brian of old that believed he could win and was laser vision focus. I think that Brian's turned up, and so far he's absolutely dominating this group.
Yeah, and I've not seen anyone say, "Oh, he's just saving his energy," because they haven't had to say it because Brian's done so well so far.
Yeah.
Hairless Yoda, thank you for the super chat. If Shaw wins another title this year, is he then the greatest of all time? Well, we've been having this argument back and forth, haven't we?
He's already in that kind of conversation of greatest of all time. I'd still say Zydrunas for me personally, but I would have no problem with people arguing that Brian deserves it. I think you've got to kind of go on longevity, titles won. For me, Zydrunas has won 6 world titles.
He's also won 8 Arnolds.
And 8 Arnolds. That's hard to beat. But if Brian wins, he's, he goes into equaling Marius in terms of winning the most World's Strongest Man titles. He's won 3 Arnold titles. He's had an incredibly long, illustrious career. He's without question one of the best of all time.
What good words. Tyler Pike, thank you for the super chat. I've noticed that since 2019, at least one guy in the same heat as Adam gets hurt, and one guy in the final gets hurt as well. We have noticed that too. Poor Adam. He's, I'm sure he's not. I'm sure it's not a bad omen or anything like that.
It has been the case. I mean,
he's almost sort of.
He's like Group 4, isn't it?
Yes, he's in
Group 4 has really fallen apart.
Yeah, it has.
It's a shame. Obviously, Terry Holland's having to pull out, which awful to see Terry go out, especially it's announced his retirement.
Yeah.
One of the best to ever do it, particularly from the UK. But Chris has pulled out as well.
Yes, so there's only 3 guys left now. We've worked it out. We think that Adam cannot win the group now based on the amount of points left available. So it's looking likely because Jerry would have to win both next events in order to win the group.
But and Janasha would have to come last.
Yes.
So Janasha's looking in a very good position.
It looks like Janasha's won the group, and it's going to be Jerry versus Adam on the stone off. And honestly, if Jerry's carrying an injury, I think Adam goes through.
Adam's a good stone. You just don't know. I've seen Jerry. Do you remember?
Kill himself, 2015. I know what you're thinking of.
Jerry, you would have thought this guy's not, he was battered. He kind of, he probably should have pulled out. He killed himself and got to the final, but then he was pretty bad in the final because he was just so bad.
Oh, he went in injured.
But he's not the kind of guy to give up.
No, he's not. He's a proper workhorse, isn't he?
He is indeed.
Colorado Awesome Sauce again. Thank you.
Thank you,
heat
buddy.
and the tacky could play a role in stones. Definitely.
Yes, the guys are going to have to really. I mean, a lot of the guys will take a lot of different types of tacky with them to try and figure out. Guys like Eddie and Brian, they used to have like 9 or 10 different tubs of tacky that would be for specific types of temperature, and they'd have a few out, and as the kind of sun came down, they'd be changing what they were going to use. It was some of the guys take it to a real extreme, and you need to at this level. You want everything to be working as well as possible.
Scottish Prepper, thank you for the super chat. The spreadsheet, so the information that we're referring to, it's all available on strongmanarchives.com. Now, don't all hug it at once because yesterday it died, but bless them, Eli and his friend Bill, who run the website. They've worked really hard to improve it and the capacity or whatever. I'm not a technical person, but it's up and running now, and all of the information is available on there.
Yeah. I think there's a few places you can get to it, isn't there? I think Reddit have a link to it.
Yeah,
I think starting Strongman have a link to it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's the Strongman Archives is the website, and those guys do an amazing job of keeping it up to date.
Yeah. Tim Ford, thank you for the super chat. Terry has retired before. Do you think this is really the end?
So I think Terry is going to retire from World's Strongest Man. I don't think we'll see him back there competing. I still think we'll see him doing some one-day shows, probably similar to myself. But I don't think we'll see him back at Worlds.
Yeah.
I know I 100% stand by. I won't go back to Worlds.
Yeah. Right, hold on. I'm just scrolling up and making sure I don't miss any super chats. Lungu, is that? Lungu that's your friend, isn't it? Is that
that's Alex?
Yeah. Favorite auntie.
Thank you very much. I will see you for some training on Saturday, my friend.
Thank you, Alex. John, thank you for the super chat. How upset will guys be if Alexi gets through after the dodgy frame drag yesterday? Should his result really have stood? Hi from 33 degrees Germany.
So he placed 4th on the frame carry anyway,
Yeah.
I believe. And I wasn't sure how close he was to 5th place.
Yeah.
From what I've since heard, he was still clearly in 4th place before he started dragging it backwards. So it didn't really make any difference to the overall performance.
Yeah. Alexi's one of those people. If he can find a way, he will do it, won't he? By hook or by crook. And
that's what makes him a good strongman.
Well, yeah, if you can get away with it. Why the hell not? We'll see. The rule book's going to get that much longer because of all these little tricks that he's trying.
There is no rule book. That's the problem.
That is the problem, actually. So we've done that one. Let me just scroll down. I should point out there's over 3,000 people.
Wow, that's the most
tonight,
we've ever had on.
And that's quite terrifying.
Liz gets petrified.
I do. Yeah. When I saw 900 people waiting, I was like, I can't go out there, Lozzie. He's like, I'm actually tied to this chair. You can't see. Oh, one retracted. Okay.
Thank you, Grant, though.
Yes, thank you, Grant. Forzel, have you ever pulled a train? It looks like climbing a horizontal ladder with a train tied to you. I'm not a fan.
I have tried. I've done train pull. Yeah, I did it.
Britain's Strongest
Man back in
2006.
8.
Sorry.
And it's a fun event. It's a little bit different to a truck pull. You need to kind of really time your foot, your kind of steps, because you can't go your natural type of stride.
Yeah.
Because of the length of the stride between each prong on the ladder. You've got to make sure you're really driving hard. And but I don't know that the guys are using that. I think they're just doing it as a normal pull.
Yeah.
So the hard thing with a train pull is the start. It's actually not too bad once it gets going. The friction kind of is quite easy once it gets going. I've done tougher plane and vehicle pulls.
Oh Lord, the super chats are coming thick and fast. Thank you all so much.
Thank you so much, guys. The support you kind of show this page has just been incredible, and it's why
so much so that we can't even keep up.
If we do miss anything, message us and we will make sure
we address it, because we really do appreciate
There's so many messages coming through.
Jamie Bagg, thank you for the super chat. Should Jerry have pulled out the same way Graham did and given the opportunity to someone else, knowing he was going in with injuries?
It's a difficult one. You know, these guys prepare all year long for what is essentially the biggest strongman competition. And, you know, some guys, they just can't give it up. They want to fight until the absolute end. And that's the type of character that Jerry is.
Yeah.
I've never seen Jerry give up. He's someone that just fights and fights and fights. Hicksy, he's got a job to go back to, his family, and potentially other. Hicksy's got a real chance at the log record this year, and I think for him, he's got more chance of that than winning World's Strongest Man. So I think he wants to get back in training and not make it worse. Whereas if he competed, he could have made a smaller injury very, very, bad.
Yeah. JX, thank you for the super chat. Did you ever have a problem with elevated blood pressure when you pushed the weight for World's Strongest Man? Is it a common issue for athletes? And if so, how did you manage it?
The only time my blood pressure was ever bad was my last World's Strongest Man.
It was.
I always had very good blood pressure, good blood results from my doctors in general. My last Worlds, I probably got bigger than I got up to 170 kilos, which is pretty heavy, particularly for I'm 6'2". I'm not like a giant guy, although I'm a lot. Usually, people are quite surprised at how tall
you
I am.
You are pretty big, yeah.
But yeah, I just got a bit too big. I'm 153 at the moment. I actually feel quite fit. Had bloods done recently, very, very good. Medicals are all really good. So this kind of weight suits me. I think once I get my competition out of the way, I'll drop down to about 140, and at 140, I'm actually really fit for a guy that size.
Yeah. It was quite funny, though, when he got that blood pressure taken. You attributed it to the screaming child in the waiting room, didn't you? And nothing to do with your weight. He's like, it's that kid screaming.
there was 2 kids screaming in the waiting room. Yeah. I knew I was getting these medicals. I could just feel the blood pressure. But I wasn't fit and healthy at the time. I'm a lot fitter now. And when I get down to 140, that's a decent weight for me. But I'm naturally quite I'm a big, heavy guy naturally. So
okay, we've got about 20 waiting. Who wins in a possible Stoltman / Novikov stone off? Thank you, Grant, for the super
picking my boy Luke Stoltman.
Confident. Stuart, thank you for the super chat. Novikov versus Luke. Who wins in a stone
Luke
off?
is taking it. If Novikov wants to get to that final, he's going to have to win.
Strong words, Lozzie. Robert Smith, thank you very much.
Thank you, Robert.
That's a sticker, is it?
Yeah.
We're not very techie people, are we?
I'm not. You're better than me.
Saying something. Thank you for the super chat, John. I would rather give you money than the live stream the world spit out. You guys did a great job of getting the results out. Long-term fan of the channel. Thank you so much,
buddy. We really appreciate it.
We just like to offer a second option, and we try not to undercut them or anything by doing it before them. We don't care about being first. We just want to be good, a quality family show.
A fun show.
A fun show. What's that?
That's what you're here for, the fun.
Oh, yeah, the joke. The clown. Lexian, thank you very much. Been watching you guys for a while now, and I'm so grateful for all the work you do for the Strongman fan base. Big love from New Zealand. Thank you very much. We do appreciate it.
It's amazing how many people watch us from so many different places.
It's really cool, isn't it? I'm always surprised that anyone watches us, let alone people all over the world. Who's this? Bron Chopped.
Yes, thank you for the super chat. It is the perfect time to embarrass Liz.
To start embarrassing Liz with any more fart stories. How could you do this to me? Bron, look, we've got 3,600 people. No one wants to hear about flatulence or little love puffs. Dave, thank you for the super chat. Auntie Liz and Uncle Loz. There's 3,000 people because you're both that good at this.
Thank you so much, Dave. We appreciate it.
It's so weird, though, isn't it? I think it's really weird.
It is weird, and it's strange because obviously I was an athlete for so long.
Yeah.
And that was my focus, competing.
I think you're more famous now, though.
I think I'm better known now for doing this stuff than I was as an athlete.
Some people, they don't even realize you used to compete.
Yeah, I get a lot of people. Are
you a pundit?
There are a lot of people that don't realize I was a decent level strongman.
There's a lot of people that don't realize I'm your wife.
This is true. She's not the wife. She is the
babysitter.
Yeah.
There we go. Sean, thank you for the super chat. Shout out to Bobby, kicking tail. I'm really impressed with Bobby.
Bobby's awesome. He really is.
It's a tough group he's in, and he's holding more than holding his own.
Like I said, you got Bobby, Kevin, Luke, and Novikov. That is four guys that are all capable on their day of being in the top 5 in the final.
Definitely. Brandon, thank you for the super chat. You both are awesome. Loz, thanks for what you're doing for the sport of World's Strongest Man.
You're very welcome, and thank you.
Thank you. Beyond Fitness, extreme heat. Why does World's Strongest Man not help reduce the injury risk with a really nice location with a lower temperature? Just tradition. Happy belated anniversary. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Beyond Fitness. It's a great question. I mean, I guess they like the hotter climates. Tends to look a bit nicer on TV.
They like the more reliable weather, don't they? Although last year didn't really work in their favor, did it?
I guess not. But yeah, I mean, it's weird. When you look back at some of the old strongman competitions, they did it in Sweden once in the snow. They've done it in Iceland before. Yeah. So, yeah, I think it could easily be.
It would be nice to have that variety now. I'd love to see it somewhere in Europe, anywhere in Europe. Just, maybe not quite so far, especially when we're all on the banned list right now. Isabel, thank you very much for the super chat. Do you think those in group 4 are somewhat what does that say? Disincentivized. Oh God, can I not speak from performing?
From performing. Yes, it's going to be difficult to motivate themselves now that there's no real risk of not being in. I mean, they're still going to want. You're going to want to win the group, but it looks like Janasha's
won the group pretty much.
So for the next 2 guys, it's about not expending energy. They're going to want to save as much as they can for that stone off because they know it's going to be a battle. And obviously then there's the final to think about as well. So yeah, definitely it's going to be one of those situations where there's no motivation to push yourself.
Yeah. Isaac, quick update on placings for the people who just came in. So we didn't do a very good job of that, did we? Because we did group 5 and then not the others.
So the only event there's only 2 events happening today. Group 1, 4 and 5 was the fingers.
Yeah.
Do you want to quickly go through the results of the fingers?
Yeah. So in group 5, then Alexi won it. Then it was, hold on, I am completely on the wrong
Luke
side.
Stoltman was 2nd.
Yes. Bobby Thompson was 3rd.
Kevin was 4th.
And then Irvin was 5th. So what that has done, So I've got 2 laptops on the go.
So we've got 1 point separating 4 men in that group.
Yes. So we've got Bobby Thompson and Luke Stoltman both on 11 points. Alexi and Kevin both on 10 points. And then Irvin on 3 points. So 4 guys right now, very much in contention.
Hell of a battle.
It's
Group 1, Brian
insane.
Shaw. Brian Shaw was the only person out of everyone to do all 5 fingers.
Ivers came in 2nd place. Travis Ortmeyer came in 3rd. Then Maxime Boudreau and then Gav Bilson.
So there's going to be a battle between Travis, Ivers and Maxime. That's going to be an interesting battle.
So right now we've got Brian Shaw on 13.5 points. Maxime on 10. Ivers on 9.5. So just half a point split in those guys. Travis on 7. So not too far behind. And then Gavin Bilton on 5 points. And then group 4, bear with me. Oh, I don't have a slide for group 4. I do have the overalls though. So, we know that Constantine
won.
Yes.
Jerry won. Jerry won the fingers.
Then
Constantine was 2nd.
Then
Adam Bishop was 3rd.
So right now there's only 3 guys left in that group. Constantine's on 13 points. Jerry Pritchett's on 10 and Adam Bishop is on 9. So there you go. Andrew, thank you for the super chat. We all watch because your content is brilliant and we just want your opinions on the events. Let's go, Luke. Double Stompman finals. Thank you very much.
It would be so amazing for them if they're both in the final again.
Imagine if they're both like in the top 5 or podium even. Dare we dream? Dare we dream?
They're just, the Stoltman brothers are just 2 lovely guys.
They are.
I think that's why people love them so much.
I've seen people ask, like, why are they so popular? It's because they really are.
Just nice guys. I mean, great strongmen. But yeah.
I am so lost right now. Bear with me. Occasionally it jumps and I really don't want to miss anyone, let alone this many. Oh, hold on a little
1 second.
Lozzie, do a little dance to entertain people while I find out where we are. No, it's still not at the end of it. Bear with me.
So we got the train pool coming up. We're gonna be doing a review analysis show after, but we just wanted to sort of hang with you guys while we wait because it was pretty boring yesterday waiting for events to come in, wasn't it?
All right, it's not letting me scroll past this point, so I'm really hoping we haven't missed anyone. So Stuart, nearly 80,000 subs. Yes,
we are closing in on that.
Yeah. It grows quick around the
goal is to get to 100,000. Obviously, that's what we want to hit. But you guys have done such an amazing job supporting us, and if we can get anywhere near 100,000, it's going to be pretty awesome.
Dave, thank you for the super chat. Hi, Liz and Loz. Hope you're okay. Looking forward to the updates. We're looking forward to bringing them hopefully a bit earlier than 4:30 in the morning, like we did today. Yaz, thank you for the sticker. Just going to try and scroll down a bit quicker now. Oh, man. You almost need a 3rd person, don't you?
You're going to have to get like a moderator.
Get one of the kids. So, Jason, thank you for the super chat. Do you think the loading medley was a bit too difficult this year, given only 7
I think the problem with the loading medley was the size of the kegs. The athletes would not have expected those, something that would have really thrown them off. And to be quite honest, probably the reason some guys have ended up with bicep tears.
Dragonfire, thank you for the super chat. Thank you, Loz and Liz, for all the amazing content. Keep it up. What are your thoughts on Brian doing just what he needs to win the group and save energy? Or do you think he is struggling? He's not struggling. He's winning.
Are we talking about the same Brian? Brian Shaw is cruising into the final at the moment. I think he's performed very, very well. Very professional performance.
Doing exactly what he needs to do by the looks of it.
He's in a very strong position now, and I think he's going to make the final very, very easily.
Buffalo. Thank you very much for the super chat. Does Loz feel that World's Strongest Man has made improvements to better protect the athletes since the 2019 World's Strongest Man in Bradenton that showed little regard for the athletes? You haven't been back since.
No, I've not been there, so it's hard to say, but there's things they can do better. Let's just leave it at that.
That's another video. Steve, thank you for the super chat. Amazing coverage as ever. Thanks both. Thank you.
Thank you very much, guys, for all these super chats.
Jake, thank you. Pulling for Brian Shaw and Oberst. Maybe Oberst will back up all the talk this year.
Oberst has looked good.
Got a good chance.
He was brilliant in the loading. Squat, there's been talks of the suit. I got in a bit of crap because I said he's not a brilliant squatter, and he's not. The best I've ever seen him do on that squat is 2 reps. So maybe the fact that he's focused on fitness this year is helping on some events and not so much on the squat. But I think he's got some very good events to come. So he's in a good position right now.
Bronco Chopped again, thank you. How does it work in group 4? Could they choose to not do the next events, as more than likely Bish and Jerry will be in the stone off?
Yes, they could choose to do that. The TV production will definitely not want them to do that. And apparently when it comes to the stone off, there is an advantage to being second this year.
We're not sure about the intricacies of that yet, are we? But
you want every advantage. So I think the guys will keep trying.
Jan, thank you. Watching you guys from Italy. I want Liz and Loz as new official World's Strongest Man commentators. I'd rather watch you on CNN. Loz would be brilliant. I would be awful because
you get in too much trouble.
I would say all the things I'm not supposed to say.
That's why you're good on here. You can say what you like on
exactly.
here. So
it's safe on our own platform. Diego, thank you. I love you guys. We love you too.
Thank you so much.
Keep up the good work and content. Greetings from Chicago. And then what's that? TY. I would definitely have paid to see World's Strongest Man live. Still glad that you guys are giving us.
We would have paid as well.
Oh yeah,
we would have been calling for
quite a lot as well to actually see it in the same sort of way that we saw the Shaw Classic.
I'm a sports fan. I like watching big boxing events, big UFC events. I'd happily pay for those. I'd happily pay for a big strongman event, especially if it was done well.
Ryan, thank you for the sticker. SMM, who wins, Eddie or Thor, and will you be doing commentary?
I won't be doing commentary for the boxing. Double knockout.
Double knockout. That's the best of both worlds, isn't it? Who's that? Rudy. Love from South Africa. You two are great. Go Brian. Thank you very
Rudy.
Much. Or Pause. I live in Sacramento. Couldn't get tickets, so getting all my info from two Brits halfway across the world. Thank you so much, Shaw and Stoltman's. I've heard from people that if you just turn up, you can't get in, but you can actually see some stuff from a distance. So maybe
who have you got spying over the fence?
Find an vantage point, get your binoculars out, and
or you just come and watch our show. We'll kind of fill you in with what's going on.
It is about a bit hot out there, isn't it?
Stay in the air-conditioned, house and come and watch Auntie Liz and Uncle Loz.
Eagles. Thank you for the super chat. Are former strongmen involved in selecting the implements used in the events? And if not, do you think they should be to reduce injuries?
I think it would be good to have some former athletes. I mean, there are Magnus Ver. It has a say in certain things. Colin Bryce has a certain say in things.
Atlas, obviously, ex-athlete as well.
But a lot of it comes down to the equipment they have available to them as well.
In the location that they're going to be at, yeah.
Some of the things, I think some things are great, making it part of the location, but there's just certain things you've got to think about the safety side of things. And I've just seen it too many times now that it starts to frustrate me.
Yeah.
That they don't put the athlete's safety first. It really upsets me, obviously, as a former athlete and an athlete that's been injured at World's Strongest Man too many times.
Yes. Tim, thank you for the super chat. On SPD, a Sheffield-based company, why on earth have they put World's Strongest Man in America for the next few years?
SPD haven't put it there. SPD are a sponsor.
It's all about the tourist board, isn't it?
Their main money comes from tourist board.
Yeah. Besides the TV contracts. Dustin, thank you for the super chat. I love y'all. We love y'all too.
Thank you, Liam, for the super chat.
Even though your message was retracted. Intriguing. Robert Smith, thank you. Been following Brian this year. He has been training to win this year. He looks like the Shaw from the past. Is he the guy to beat this year? With those events?
From what I've seen so far, I thought this before going in. I thought it's going to be a battle between Brian, Tom Stoltman, and Alexei Novikov.
Yeah.
Looking at things right now, I'd say Tom and Brian look the best.
Yeah. Oh man, these are coming so quick, and then suddenly it jumps down, and I lose people. I'm still going. Oh, bear with me. Better late than never. Been following Brian this year. Oh, here we go. Jessica, thank you very much for the sticker. Heidi, thank you. Better late than never. Heidi's always here.
Heidi is amazing, and she was at World's Strongest Man yesterday.
Yes.
Could only get tickets for the one day, unfortunately.
Brandon would love for both to commentate Shaw Classic. I will never officially commentate anything, I should probably point out, unless maybe we did our own event.
Yeah.
I think if someone asked me, I would turn it down.
You'd have other jobs to do there. Liz has all the jobs. She'd be too busy for that.
Yeah. I much prefer being behind the camera. Stan,
you're starting to embrace it.
I'm getting better.
Yeah.
I'm not 100% there yet. Stan, thank you for everything you've been doing in the strongman world. I've enjoyed every show. Much love from New England, USA.
Thank you so much. It's amazing how many American people support us. So nice to see. We want to get out to the States,
Oh,
don't we?
I
We're so
know.
desperate to get over.
We're all
We've got
barred.
some opportunities to collab with other strongmen, arm wrestlers, other people involved in different sports.
So much
We
lines
just
up.
can't get there right now. It's
Yeah.
so frustrating.
Ajax, thank you. Any tips on how to train for front holds, or maybe a future video idea?
That's something we could look at in a video, but essentially you want to cheat. You kind of try and bring your arms up and onto your chest, so your biceps are onto your chest like that, and retract your shoulder blades, so you're shortening the range of motion, and then just lean back and cheat as much as you can until the referee tells you to put it down.
Yeah, never put it down willingly.
Never put
I've
it down
learned that.
until you're told to put it down.
Big guy, thank you. Hoping for Luke and Bobby to make the final so we can see some big logs. Thank you both for all you do. Yeah, it'd be great.
It'd be cool to see those guys both
final.
battling it out on the log for Max.
It'd also be great to see Alexi and Kevin in the final. So,
Yeah.
Yaz, thank you. Thank you for the show. Much love from Ireland.
Thank you, Yaz.
Thank you. Alprez Cat, what is Loz's thoughts on Eddie's reverse monkey? Do you know what that is?
I'm lost.
Can someone please tell us what Eddie's reverse monkey is? I'll read the super chat. You read the normal comments. Jimber, if Tom, Luke, and Brian hit the finals, who wins? Come on, Liz and Loz. Love you two so much. Oh, thank you.
I think Tom or Brian. I think with the events in the final, it suits those two more than Luke.
Yeah, I agree. Ted S, greetings from South Dakota. Looking forward to an extremely competitive final showdown between Tom and Brian.
Yeah, I think it could be
really exciting.
You think, look at the events in there. It's going to be a battle between those two.
It's going to be great. MLJ, love you two guys. Go Brian. Thank you so much. Andy,
The Big
when are we
Loz
getting the Big Loz Classic?
Hopefully, if we can keep things growing, keep things getting better, and actually put out a competition that would be worthwhile for the athletes and the fans. That's the most important thing for me. Athletes are looked after, fans enjoy it, then we can make it happen.
Definitely. Liam, thank you. Will Brian Shaw win number 5?
I believe he's got a very good chance.
This is the best chance he's had, I think.
This is the time for him to do it. If he wants
to
do it, this is the time.
Yeah. Kevin, thank you. What's your personal favorite contest that you've either watched or participated in? Also, I love the channel. Thank you both for the great content.
Oh, that's a difficult one.
Fortissimus
Europe's Strongest Man, obviously, very, very big for me as a competitor. I've done some shows in Norway that were run by Sven Carlson, really, really good. But there's so many that I'd have to really sit down and think about. Maybe that's a future video we can look at my favorite contests.
Martin, thank you. Thanks a lot for providing awesome strongman content. Greetings from a hardcore fan. It's like I'm just reading out
It's so
lots
nice,
of thank
isn't
yous. No, it is
Just
nice.
Amazing support from you guys.
And I'm really trying hard to make sure we don't miss anyone.
SMM, thank you so much for the super chat.
Oh, look, it's frozen again. Hold on. It suddenly jumps. Oh,
go back up.
I'm going.
Keep going.
You do a little dance again. Go on, do your thing. Oh,
do a little
there's
peck
so
dance.
many.
The pecs are going.
The pecs, yeah, do the peck dance. Oh, look, still going.
Mark Felix.
No.
There we go.
Love the pack. No, we're still not there yet. Right,
Here
we go.
Yep.
We're going to have to do these
I'm going to
really
answer
quickly.
some questions a bit quicker, just so I can get through some more.
As soon we're saying thank you, we really thank you so much. To save time. Love the passion you guys show for the sport. Keep up the good work. There's a sticker there from Dijon. Thank you very much. Mark Felix is doing a pretty good job putting the kids to bed. Do you think he's going to keep up that pace?
I hope so. Mark is just smashing it. I hope he keeps his pace up.
Another final. Jason, thank you for the sticker. CH Loz, will you see you involved in the UK Arnolds?
I'm not sure at the moment if I'm going to be involved with that as it stands. I've not been asked to do anything.
Sean, great content, Loz. Will you ever compete in the Shaw Classic or even start your own classic?
Probably not compete in it, but I may be involved in it. Let's leave it at that.
Thank you, Shade. Hoping Obers can shake that off. 1 rep for 2 points and couldn't. What do you think went wrong? Love this channel, guys. Keep it up. What do you think went wrong?
I wasn't there, so I didn't see things, but apparently he was struggling with depth. I've said this before. Oberst is not the best squatter in the world. I know, like, people kind of think I'm being harsh when I say that. I'm not. I've competed against Oberst. I've done the squat against him. The best I've ever seen him do on a squat at World's Strongest Man is 2 reps. I believe he's come in a little bit fitter this year, which maybe has made his static strength drop a little. But I think he's got some amazing events coming, and I think he's looking good to make the final.
MB, thank you for the sticker. Ork Van Doorland, thank you for the super chat. I'm only 5'7". What would be an advantage and disadvantage for me starting strongman?
High platforms are going to be a disadvantage on things like stones. Throwing events, obviously, having that height sometimes is an advantage. Excuse me. But static strength is a bit easier when you're a little bit shorter. And there's been some amazing strongmen that are under 6 foot. So just do it because you love it and try and be the best that you can be.
Paul Henderson, thank you very much for the sticker.
Thank you, Paul.
Jake, thank you. What do you think of Novikov's performance so far?
I think he's been decent. He's just in a really tough group. And I think he's going to keep fighting. It's just going to be a hell of a group to see who gets to the final.
I think it worked out that his performance, in group 5 would have won group 4 in the medley.
Yeah,
so it's just,
it's tough when you're just chucked into a group like that.
Stephen, thank you. Love you both from Vancouver.
Thank you, Stephen.
Thank you. Heath,
thank you,
my
Heath.
scrolling fingers are killing me. Thank you, Florida.
Training hard for the Royal Albert Hall. I can't wait for that.
Carl, having a gentle giant strongman and his sweetheart wife discuss the events is just purely enjoyable. Thank you. Thank you. We're just grateful that anyone cares to listen, aren't we? Ellie, thank you. Love your content so much. Would you guys know offhand if both JF and Maxine get to the final? Would this be the first time 2 Canadians have made it to the final?
I would have to check.
Yeah.
I think possibly there's been 2 Canadians before, but I would need to double check. Yeah. There's been a few good Canadians in the past.
I can't think off the top of my head, to be honest. Kyle, it's the panic of dealing with these super chats. Kyle, big fan of both of you from Canada. You guys deserve more credit for everything you do.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Like, we're getting the credit. Look at you all. You're all still here.
Yeah, there's still 3,700 odd people on the chat. It's amazing.
AL Fitness, will you be up for a Talking Strongman with under 80 Britain's Strongest Man winners, World's Strongest Twins?
Yes.
One just did a world record deadlift and stone too.
They're awesome, and I love talking to all the different athletes of different weight classes, females, disabled strength athletes. I'm going to try and bring more and more of that to the channel.
Jason, thank you. There's a fine line between caution and giving it your all. At Worlds, do you think you have to throw caution to the wind and risk injury in order to win?
Yes, you do. It's one of the reasons I've had so many injuries. If I held back, I wouldn't have been in a battle. So sometimes you've got to take that risk. Sometimes it pays off. Other times it doesn't.
Yeah. Brandon, thank you for the sticker. Oh, no, it's doing that freezing thing again.
I think you're all right. You're getting caught up.
Am I getting caught up?
I believe so.
Is it bad to say don't send a super chat? Oh, no, I'm still not there.
But that's it, I think.
Was that it? No, it's not. Yes, here we go. Robert, Eddie
doodled backwards on Brian Shaw's toilet. That's the result. Eddie and Brian are hilarious.
Loz, can you say it was a certain set of events? I can win World's Strongest Man. That's from 8-6.
I could have in my prime. In my prime, yes.
Oh, I thought they were talking about them.
Oh, well, maybe. Hey, you go for it.
Sam, thank you. Much love from, what's that? Honolulu.
Wow, amazing.
It'd be nice to be somewhere like that right now, wouldn't it? Instead of this unair-conditioned house in Wiltshire in England. Luke, I'd love to see a strongman version of Gogglebox, Loz, Liz, Eddie Thor, and Terry Hollands.
Do you know Krzysztof Radzikowski is one of the best Polish strongmen, actually is on the Polish version of Gogglebox?
Yes.
You have to check that out.
Yeah, because he's really funny as well.
He's
I've said it before. I think we'd be good at it.
We would.
Yeah. I think if anyone works for Channel 4 or whoever it is, they should hit us up. Abir, thank you for the sticker.
Thank you so much.
I am catching up. Raze, thank you for all the content. You both have so much great insight. What would be your favorite event lineup to see on a first day?
Ooh, any idea?
First day of what? World's Strongest Man final? Or?
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm just reading it. I'm not actually absorbing it. Thank you. You both have so much great insight. What would be your favorite event lineup to see on the first day? All right, I would like to see something like a frame or a yoke.
I like a frame or yoke, but I would like to see all 10 guys going head to head.
Yes, that's exactly what I was about to say. A proper race. Yeah. Really get the competition started. I think that's a fun one to watch, isn't it? Here we go. I'm getting there. Craig, St. Louis. Look, people just saying where they're from now. Do they adjust apparatus for height, like squat and deadlift? E.g. a short guy could smoke those events, but would hurt in loading and frame.
They do adjust heights for squat and deadlift, but not for loading events. So
or stones, or yeah. Honestly, the short guys are really disadvantaged in a lot of ways, aren't they? Because it's never changed to suit them, is it? It's changed to suit the taller guys.
Strongman is a big man sport essentially, but there's been some incredible guys that have, been under 6 foot that still did really, really well.
Jared, thank you. Hello from Oklahoma. Wow. Love the content. Found you a couple of weeks ago. I've been looking forward to the stream all day. Oh, thank you.
Thank you so much.
I was up until like 4:30 and I was like, we should do a live. I'm like, what? Look at me. I'm a bag woman now. Abir, thank you again for the sticker. All right, am I caught up? I don't think I am. No, I'm not. It was too much to hope, wasn't it? Oh, God. Here we go. Tim
Ford.
Big Loz Classic in Swindon Outlet. Big crane paw. God.
That would be amazing.
Brandon, any hope future?
I really hope so, Brandon. I think they've got to listen eventually.
There's only so long they can push this format for, you would think, before something has to give.
When you look at the engagement, I mean, just our channel, never mind, look at the big channels.
Like they're losing out.
Eddie's channel, Brian Shaw's channel, all these guys are reaching so many new fans and things now. The sport's getting bigger and bigger. Let's try and provide a live stream for these people that want to watch.
Yeah. Where would you like to see World's Strongest Man hosted after it's done in Sacramento? Thank you, Stephen. Where would you like it to go?
I'd like to, personally, I'd like to go to Australia. So that would be cool.
Yeah. We're just places on our travel bucket list.
I'd like to
New
go
Zealand would be amazing.
I don't mind where it is. I like seeing it move around.
Yes.
I do like seeing, I like traveling to different places. So from that point of view, I'd like to go all over.
Yeah. Eric, thank you. I'm from LA. I was gutted to hear about Terry. Was that bicep injury from the Shaw Classic?
No, he's been training really hard for Worlds this year. He's actually been in great shape. He was very confident that he could make the final. So he picked up the injury while he was out at Worlds. I believe in the yard testing the barrels.
That boneyard is a dangerous place, isn't it?
It is. I never touch anything in it.
No.
I just want to get to the competition as fresh as possible.
In one piece. Anthony, he's simply making a donation to the Weight Class Content Support Fund. Thank you very much. You have to do it now.
I will.
Sean, shout out to Bobby. Kicktail. Bobby's doing great. I love Bobby as well. It's such a shame he's in that group with so many other...
Well, you say that. I know. We're very good friends with Luke. So, obviously Luke's kind of our number one, but I'd be so happy to see Bobby get through.
Close. Zach, can ON be better than Puds? Oh, Alexei Novikov, best event to bring back.
Alexei is still very, very young. He's only 25 years old. He's got potential to keep getting better and better. So yes, he potentially could. Time will tell whether he will. He's still got to work hard to make the final this year. But, I had an argument with someone earlier saying, he's not going to make the final. I said, he's only 25. You've got to look back on the end of someone's career, not the start of it. Yeah. He's still very early on. We'll look back in 10 years' time and see what he's done. And
best event to bring back? I vote Murder Ball. If you haven't seen it, look it up on YouTube. The Murder Ball.
Murder Ball and wrestling. He's in the loading with flour bags. Yes, and the guy's just covered in flour.
The wackier, the better.
Yeah, I don't really mind so much about an event to bring back, but I think it'd be really cool to see the modern guys do the original World's Strongest Man events, from 1977, just to see what the guys now could do with those.
That would be really cool. Colton, thank you. Just found you guys doing an awesome job. Would love to see Strong and Pretty Obus and Shaw in the final. Well, Brian's looking very promising, and OB has a really great chance as well, doesn't he?
He does. Looking good.
Adam, thank you. Love y'all. I can't read it in a British accent, y'all. Thank you for the free coverage. Will you do the same for the Shaw Classic? We would not, because...
No, Brian, well, we would bring... Last year, what we did with the Shaw Classic is we do a review show, which we do on most big shows with Strongman. So we don't just cover World's Strongest Man. We literally cover all the big events.
Yeah.
But Brian... asks to wait a day or two so they can put their stream out, and then we will put our
we would then we always do like a recap and review.
Brian takes like a day. I think it's only a day that he can put
it
later.
Wasn't long, was it?
No.
Cody, thank you. More people are watching than the Facebook thing with Martins. You guys are awesome. Well, this is free for starters, so but no, that is nice, isn't it?
It's really nice, to see the support we get. It's really humbling, and just for me, spending 20 years in this sport, it's nice to see that I'm sort of wanted still.
Oh, bless. That's so
really
wholesome. Nice. Oh, bless you, Lozzie. Oh, look, I'm completely lost again. I can't cope.
You guys, you've thrown it now.
Occasionally it freezes and then it skips. Is that it? Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Okay. We've done that one as well, haven't we? Yeah. Here we go. There were 3 Canadians in the 2003 final. Thank you very much for doing the research for us. Mark, thank you for this sticker. It's not much of a party, is it? It's just me reading and you answering, but this is fine. We're all
Well,
being entertained.
you'll tell me off if I take too long answering questions at the moment.
Because I can't keep up. Story, thank you very much for the sticker. Hello from the great country of Texas. Does that say country? County? Country? Is it country? Okay. Alexander, thank you. Abib, biggest fan from Bangladesh/Australia.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
We're saying it'd be cool to get Strongman bigger in places like India. And
God,
know?
When you think the potential audience over there, how massive it could blow up. Corey, thank you guys for the coverage.
Joe Rogan is Strongman. I'll take that. Thank you so much.
Hold on. I'm scrolling down. I'm getting there now. John, thank you for the sticker. This is like an event all in itself. I'm sweating, honestly. Like, my knee's going. I can't keep up. Sir Bagels. Yeah. Thank you for the free content. You two are adorable. Happy late anniversary. Thank you. Any recommendations for working out with lower back issues?
Try and make sure you get your core really strong. Make sure your technique is very, very good on any movements where you're supporting weight through your midsection. I would, if your back is really bad, try and keep things more supportive. Use more machine type exercises, but don't neglect finding out what's wrong with your back and doing the rehab work into getting that stronger. Daniel, thank you for the sticker. Gray, thank you for the super chat. Big fan from Ireland. Do you think Martin's Licis will ever be a serious contender for World's Strongest Man again? He seems very unlucky with injuries. Yeah, he's back training hard, and I think he's got. He had his appendix out last week, but he knows how to peak, and I think we'll see Martin's back. Martins is one of those people who you always see him at his absolute best in competition and never in the gym. So he's tired in the gym, isn't he? Yeah, he's someone that's very good at peaking for shows. Yeah. Dylan, thank you. Loz, I'd love to see you on Joe Rogan's podcast to represent Strongman. Any desire to do so? Absolutely love to do that. It'd be amazing to get on the Joe Rogan show. We'll have to hit him up. If anyone knows Joe, give him a call. Yeah. Well, not that we can get to the States yet. Well, yeah, it would have to be remote on Zoom. R. Smith, thank you. If you could host World's Strongest Man 2022 in any UK city or town, where would it be? I think we take it to Scotland. Yeah, for the scenery. Yeah, it's just amazing up Scottish there. Highlands. Yeah, that would be perfect. And it's still not, a huge, like, we could all drive there, couldn't we? Oh, yeah, it's not the end of the world. We do drive to Scotland. Yeah, we do. Thank you. Post World's Strongest Man. Will it take a long time to recover from sleep deprivation? Will it affect Loz training for the Strongman Classic? Also, do you think Johnny Hansen there's any chance of reaching the final? The sleep deprivation is. You'll be fine. I'll be fine. I'm used to sort of 6 hours sleep a night anyway. I should point out as well, he went straight to bed after filming. I was the one that stayed up. It was 2 a.m. I had 3 hours sleep. Yeah. Oh, okay. But Liz didn't have any sleep because we got kids in the morning that we got to get ready for school and stuff like that. But we will sleep. It's cool. Yeah. I'm training tomorrow. We'll get an earlier night tonight. Yeah. It's fine. Does Johnny have any chance to get into the final? Personally, I don't think so. And that's nothing against Johnny. He's a great strongman and there's still points to fight for. Just my personal preference. I don't think he's going to make the final. John, thank you. Thanks for all you do. The wife Monica and I love watching you. Thank you, John and Monica. Oh, it's frozen again. Man, this is hard work. I'm going to need to lie down in a darkened room after this. Should have put some glasses on. Hold on. There we go. I'm nearly there. Jack, never seen so much support on a live stream. You deserve it. Keep up the great content. Smash at the Royal Albert Hall. Thank you. I'm looking forward to the Royal Albert Hall. I just hope to God it goes ahead. Yeah, the lifting of restrictions has been delayed in the UK. It's now due to lift a week before your competition, isn't it? But so it's a little bit hanging on the balance. BBF. Loz, you are the Kaz of the UK. We will have an International Day of Mourning if you ever leave. Thank you so much. Loz isn't leaving. I'm here. I'm here for good. He's here to stay. Jordan, wow, nearly 80,000 subs. Congratulations. Love from Enzi. Thank you. Thank you. 80,000. Like, it's amazing. I remember when we had like 4,000. Yeah. And it was, amazing to think people watched back then. Yeah. It's a crazy, when you try and picture what 80,000 people looks like. I've competed in arenas with 12,000 people and that's just nuts. Yeah. it's so amazing. Simon, thank you. What's been the standout performance of the heats in your opinion? I've been super impressed by Luke Stoltman. He improved his deadlift and frame a lot. Yeah. Yeah, been really impressed by Luke. Just his whole performance has really impressed me. Yeah. I was worried maybe he's put too much focus on Tom. It doesn't seem that way. He's coming in shape. It's great to see. We all know he's a great strongman. Yeah. And after missing out on the final last year, kind of been a bit screwed over with the group. It's good to see him battling hard, and he's in such a tough group anyway, but still going strong.
David, thank you for the sticker. EA7 Scotty, my dream is to see Luke and Tom first and second. I've been powerlifting for fun this last year. 220 deadlift, 180 squat, 120 bench, 85 kilo body weight.
Great lifting, really good. And how amazing would it be if those two boys ever managed to come first and second?
Yeah, that would be that would be a blood fest, wouldn't it? Like the ugly crying would be out. That's Loz, by the way. Stephen, thank you for the sticker. Justin, I hope Brian wins his 5th. Then he and Matt Fraser can compare whose 5 championships were harder.
Matt Fraser was hell of an athlete, to be fair.
I think I am caught up. If I missed anyone, please send me an email through our website, and I promise I will get to
make
it.
Sure we respond.
Yeah. Oh, I am actually cramping in my hand where I've been
right,
like
let's see
the claw hand.
Wow.
Don't look, they're coming back now. Get off.
That's what, I'm giving you a rest. I'm giving you a rest. There we go. What are you doing? That's the one.
It's too much responsibility. You can't. Someone mentioned that there are more viewers than likes on this video. Please remember to hit the like button, everyone.
Yes, remember to like and subscribe to the channel. We need to try and get to 100,000. Never mind 80,000. We've set the big goals. We want 100,000. Yes. We want the plaque.
Yes. And
we need a plaque somewhere next to the trophies.
Our background's a bit naff.
You can afford a better background then.
Yeah. Abby, thank you very much for that. Is that a sticker when there's no writing?
I don't know. But thank you anyway.
But thank you for whatever it is. We really appreciate it.
Ronnie Coleman just won the train pool. Lightweight, buddy.
Big Red, is there any form of drug testing involved in strongman events, or is it a don't ask, don't tell? I mean, absolutely no disrespect. How dare you?
Is testing at World's Strongest Man. This isn't the time and place to go into detail, but yes, there is some form of testing that goes on.
That's all you're getting, is it? You paid for that. Oh, I've got something in my eye, Lassie. You may have to take over. Yeah. Ronald
Chaplin, thank you so much for the super chat. What would it take for you to make one last run at World's Strongest Man? It would probably need a new body to start with.
Well, you.
Yes. And honestly, as a fan, I still love it. I still love watching. I lost a bit of drive as a competitor because of some of the things that happen.
I'm just going blind in the background.
The fact that they don't really look after the athletes in terms of their safety. These things that I want to see improve. I want to see the sport evolve. You know, gone are the days, particularly, you guys got to remember, in the States, you guys get to watch World's Strongest Man in a few weeks. In the UK, we've got to wait till Christmas.
Yeah.
This just, I don't get it. We're in, the year 2021. So things like that annoy me. I'd like to see, I want to see, get rid of the groups, just have a proper qualifying system, get the absolute best guys in the world there, and
have them all go up against each other.
Whatever it might be, 12 guys, 15 guys, 20 guys, I don't care. Over 8 to 10 events. That's what I want to see. But I'm a whingy old man and grumpy old competitor.
Hannah, thank you. Shout out to Wigan. Any advice on glute workouts? Glute bridges.
Glute bridges, deadlifts, stiff-legged deadlifts, squats, variations of leg press movements.
Make sure you squeeze your butt the whole way.
Yeah, banded, stiff-legged deadlifts. There's lots of stuff you can do. Grizzly does some interesting glute movements.
And funnily enough, his name is mentioned on the next super chat. We'd love to see you training with Grizzly.
I'd love to go and train with Grizzly. I'm focusing on this competition for the Royal Albert Hall. And then what I want to do is try some of his exercises in the gym just to see how challenging they are, because the guy is strong, whatever we think. He's fun to watch. And
we don't think bad things. We think good things.
No, I've spoken to Grizzly. We get on quite well. If you've seen our video that we did on him, he's taken it really well. We've had a bit of back and forth. It's been cool. And if we can get over there and do a collab with him, we'll try. It'll be good fun.
Idea, world's strongest short ass. I used to throw in Highland Games at 5'5". It was tough. An official comp would be fun and funny.
So instead of having weight classes, we're going to have height classes. I like that.
It'd be interesting.
Yeah.
Abby, thank you. Hi, Liz and Liz. Cheers from India. Brian Shaw is the only guy to pick all the 4 fingers. It was 5 fingers he did, wasn't it? What's your opinion on his shape?
I think he's looking amazing. He's second on the loading, people said he's too slow. He came second on the loading. He did 10 reps on the squat and was nowhere near pushing it to the limit. And he's the only man to flip all 5 fingers. He's looking very, very good.
Matt, can we expect to see Uncle Loz in a kilt at the Highland Games the Stoltmans are planning?
I don't know about the event the Stoltmans are planning, but you can definitely expect to see me in a kilt later this year.
Yes, because we are going back to the lovely Highlands. I love it up there.
It's really nice.
The people are lovely as well, aren't they? Oh, man, look, these have suddenly come as if from nowhere. There we go. I'm getting there. I can do this. Gary, thank you for the sticker. Tommy, Loz and Liz, thank you so much for all that you do. Love your channel. Much love from Wisconsin. Thank you. Go Stoltmans. Jamie, why does Rauno Heinlein never get invited to Worlds? Lotte?
He has been invited to Worlds before.
Many years ago, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Apparently, it's because of a record, but we know that hasn't stopped other athletes in the past being invited to Worlds. Like people who've been to prison have gone to Worlds and won Worlds. So it does feel like there's something more to it that we don't all understand.
Yeah. I mean, he's got an opportunity to do some Giants live shows later this year.
If he's
in the top 3 of those, he will get an invite to Worlds. So, I mean, if he comes top 3 in those and doesn't get an invite, then there's clearly an issue.
Something terrible.
So let's see how he does in those, and then we'll take it from there.
Yeah. Eric from the US, thanks for all the strongman coverage. Love you both. Let me know if you want to record the US broadcast and send you a VHS.
Oh, thank you.
That'd be great. That would be lovely. Thank you. Adventure More UK. Big hello from Swindon.
Hey.
I did a podcast with Mark Smith, former Britain's strongest disabled man, and Army veteran. Sorry.
I'm talking to Mark myself. Mark Smith, he's a cool guy. Very strong, and that's pretty cool. They're in Swindon as well.
Yeah, there you go. I can't keep up.
Colorado awesome sauce again. You are a legend, my man. Thank you so much.
How hard is a 700 kilo squat for 1 rep with no knee wrap?
Well, it depends how good a squatter you are.
Oh God, Lottie, please.
A 700-pound squat is a massive weight, and I think a lot of people get a little bit disheartened about their strength levels because we can just go on social media and see the strongest men on the planet, strongest women on the planet doing these ridiculous numbers. It's important to understand, a 500-pound squat is massive. Absolutely massive. 400 pounds is a great squat. When you see these guys at Worlds or those like world-class powerlifters, they are the elite of the elite.
Yeah.
I was a very good squatter. I've squatted. One of my best squats ever was 550 pounds for 20 reps. That was one of the hardest sets I've ever done. I've squatted well over 800 over 900 pounds. So, but I was a great squatter. It was one of my absolute best events. Everyone has different strengths and weaknesses.
Jamie, I think Grizzly lifts like he does because of a muscle injury that was.
He does. He was a lifter, got some injuries, and he still loves lifting. So he's found a way that works for him, and he's sort of embraced the meme
fact
life.
that he's become a meme. Yeah. It's an interesting life, that, isn't it? When you're a meme. Have I caught up? Have I done it? No, I haven't. Hold on. I think I've missed more. How is this possible? No, I haven't.
There you go.
Can I choose the tartan your kilt is in from Levi? Haha. Yes, you can, Levi. Yeah. You're an expert. We are not.
You know what you're talking about.
Yeah, pick some dodgy tartan. Like, we don't know what they mean. Yeah. There might be some sort of hidden message behind it, and we're bound to pick
Jamie Richards, Big Loz and Auntie Liz to host World's Strongest Man 2022 official stream. Thank you, guys. Thank you for the super chats.
Can you imagine me hosting the Stone Off that shit? IMG will be like, what's she doing?
Ban her. She's not allowed back.
Off the set.
I think you're going to be banned anyway.
Oh, probably. I probably already am. US frame, thank you. It would appear that some guys in World's Strongest Man and even arm wrestling have used their channels to act as an accountability partner over the past year.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of power in social media now.
There is, and especially for the guys with the very big audiences as well.
You look at like Devon's page, Devon Lara in the arm wrestling world. I mean, I guess
even Eddie in Strongman, like he was able to show footage from World's Strongest Man. So we have no idea how any of that works in terms of contracts and stuff, because obviously there's been a bit of a hoo-ha this year about videographers not being allowed to even film the testing yard. It's all very strange.
I think the guys should be allowed to record behind the scenes stuff. I understand not recording the footage.
Events, yeah,
that's the World's Strongest Man's to put onto the broadcast, but the behind the scenes stuff, that's where the fans like to go. that's what I like to do watching other sports. You know, I'll
Yeah.
watch an event and then I might follow an athlete and I want to see how they train. I want to see what they do behind the scenes. That's
Yeah.
kind of part of the fun of following the sport. So
I think all people need really is like transparency and fairness.
Yeah.
Everyone needs to be treated the same.
Yeah,
And they need to understand exactly what the rules are.
That's definitely it. Everyone's got to be the same for sure.
Yeah. Do you think World's Strongest Man will ever do a live stream?
Oh, I hope so. Let's keep our fingers crossed.
We'll still be sat here in 10 years' time, that little bit more tired looking when we're like, oh.
I'd be like, nah, it's not going to happen. All hope is lost.
Jamie, would you have fallen for ping pong, Loz, the same way you fell for
That's a good
strongman,
question.
Loz?
Would you have fallen for ping pong, Loz?
Yeah, of course. I fell for the person.
Oh,
I mean,
isn't she sweet?
I noticed you because of your strongman body and not your ping pong body, whatever how that looked like.
Terrible.
Yeah, I never got with Loz because he was a strongman or anything like that. I thought it was a bit weird, if I'm honest. Still do. Jamie, which World's Strongest Man winner has been to prison? Oh shit, me in my mouth. Marius. He has, hasn't he?
Yes, he has.
Yeah, and it's on his Wikipedia.
Yeah.
I'm not.
You're not hiding anything that isn't.
No. This is all in the public domain. It's not my fault. Adam, I'm like an hour late. VOD, here I come. Mate, you've missed nothing except me losing super chats. But thank you very much for yours. Look, I'm lost again. There we go.
There you go.
Paul, love the content, guys. Thoughts on certain places with small populations producing a lot of strongman, like Iceland or Latvia?
Yeah, it's incredible. Certain countries, Iceland, Latvia, Lithuania, you know, a lot of these countries produce some incredible athletes.
It must be to do with the genetics, isn't it? And
I think part of it is genetics, and I think part of it is
culture.
Yeah, if you look at the UK, when you start getting a couple of athletes that are good at something, it inspires other people to kind of go down that route. So places like Iceland, you had John Paul Sigmarsson, who was such an incredible athlete. Then other Icelandics were like, I want to do that. And,
yeah.
you know,
it inspires the next
people
generation, doesn't
Whereas
it?
strongman in some areas is just not very popular. There's probably guys out there that could be incredible.
Yeah, but that's why you don't see athletes
we just don't,
from those countries. Because
that's what I want to see, is the sport kind of go around the world a bit more, see more people getting involved.
Zol, thank you for the super chat. If I understand correctly, train, pull, and deadlift are more taxing than their alternative. So that's more taxing than fingers or squat.
I disagree on deadlift being more like, than squat. Squatting for reps is probably the most brutal event if you have to push to the limit. They're both tough. And any event where you've really got to push to an absolute fatigued point is harder. When it's an event like a fingers where you can finish it in a certain time, that's a little bit easier. Yeah. And the train pull will come down to how hard it is. If it's an easy pull, and this is the thing we don't know because we haven't seen them do it yet, it can be a lot easier. If it's a really tough pull that they just can't finish, that's brutal. Yeah. So it can depend.
No, I'm behind again. You try and give a good answer. Slayer, any plans to cover or attend the Shore Classic this year or next?
Yes.
We're supposed to be attending. It's going to be a visa situation, isn't it? Unfortunately. Could World's Strongest Man do what professional golf does? Cut back and forth during the live events, make it seem like it's moving faster. Go Shore and OB.
Yeah, I mean, there's lots of options that they could look at. I think looking at other sports and seeing what works in different sports, because obviously there's a little bit of a time delay in terms of setup.
It's a slow.
Yeah, but it could be faster.
It could be so much faster. We hear that.
And having the, going to the commentators and getting that kind of insight and having pre-recorded things on athletes and stuff, I think that would make it brilliant.
Yeah, lots of fun ways to pad it out, isn't there? Mr. Beardy, thank you. Just came second at my first Strongman competition, celebrated with tickets to the Strongman Classic at Royal Albert Hall. Looking forward to the big Loz.
Congratulations, Mr. Beardy, and I look forward to seeing you at the Royal Albert Hall.
Emma, thank you for the sticker. Here we go. Oh, Lord, see what I mean about the jump? It does shoot. Oh, God, see, I don't even know where I am now. There we go. Daniel, would love to see Luke Stoltman win it once before Tom takes over. What's the odds?
Slim.
Oh,
I love Luke. You know me. I just give an honest answer. I would love to see Luke Stoltman win the World's Strongest Man, but I feel, particularly looking at the events this year, they suit Tom more.
Yeah, and Brian. And
Tom is much younger, and he just seems to get better and better. Yeah. That's not me. I'm brutal to Graham Hicks, one of my absolute best friends, and I'm brutal to him. Yeah. People I coach, I'm horrible to them. But you can't sort of just have favorites and just say, oh yeah, they're going to win.
No,
You know, you've got to be.
That's fine, dear. I was just, but just
I'm
making
actually
sure if a Scotsman was watching,
just so people know, the person I'm most brutal about is myself.
Yeah.
So it's never a personal thing. I've competed in this sport for 20 years. I know what it's like, but I'd love to see Luke Quinn.
Colorado Awesome Sauce, hello again. Which events are yet to come today? So
there's only one more event today, which is the train pool. You go through
I've checked already. There's no results on the spreadsheet yet, but Loz can check his little birdies and see if there's anything there. Gregory, how is it fair to have a group of 3 where the leader can start coasting while other groups are competitive with 5 men?
Luck of the draw.
Yeah, and there's no fair way to deal with that. Like, you can't start moving people around because that's unfair on everyone, isn't it? So it's just.
I mean, there's a lot of sports that have things like that, like the FA Cup, for instance, with football.
Yeah,
it's just randomly picked. So you could have an amazing team against a lesser team, and sometimes you get shocks, which is what's exciting about sport, I guess. But yeah, it's luck of the draw.
Blue Midget Panda, would you ever do a video series showing the various events and techniques required for World's Strongest Man, going all the way back to the beginning?
Oh, that would be cool. Yeah, something. I mean, there's certain events that I've never done and never had to think about because they just were never used anymore. But for a lot of events, that would be a cool idea.
Neil, thank you for the super chat. Thanks for being awesome, keeping me sane with videos to watch whilst feeding my 6-day-old baby. Oh, do you think Luke could podium this year, or is it a Tom Bryan Alexi battle?
I think it's not impossible.
No,
he's got some good events in the final. He's got to make the final first, which I think he's in a good position to do. And that's one of the things when you're looking at these comps, you've got to do one thing at a time. So the first battle is get to the final, then think about the final. That's why I haven't done predictions for the final yet, because I need to see who's in it first.
Yes. Tim, did you ever compete in the Arnolds? Think World's Strongest Man would have a more clear international qualification system like they do?
I did compete at the Arnolds. I only had 4 weeks notice to compete at the Arnolds, which was really not ideal.
You did it before there was a qualification process, didn't you? So it was invitation only at that point.
It was, yeah. And I did okay. A couple of events I did pretty well. I did really well on the frame carry. I did pretty well on the deadlift, although I probably should have gone heavier. I'd never used that deadlift before, and you're only allowed to pick 3 lifts at the time. But I would have loved 12 to 16 weeks to prep for it, and I think I could have done better.
Yeah, and we would love to see a more clear.
I placed 7th at the Arnolds. Yeah. So it was only one time I've ever done it, but I performed reasonably well.
Yeah. But we would also like a more transparent qualification system for Worlds, wouldn't we?
Oh, yes.
We know that the top 3 from Giants Live, but beyond that, who bloody knows how it works and how people end up getting chosen. Diego, thank you for the sticker. Alex, is that Alex?
Yep.
Just wanted to say, hey, Uncle Loz and Auntie Liz, finishing up my training session. Y'all are absolutely the best for Strongman Strength News.
Thank you, buddy.
Can you all stop typing y'all? I can't
Keep typing y'all. It's hilarious. I just want to hear her say it.
Colton, back again from Wyoming. You mentioned squat was your strong event. What
you got some drink there?
What would be your top tips for a not as well known tip for the better squat? I think I butchered that. I need a drink.
Back again from Wyoming. You mentioned squat was your strong event. What would be your top tips or not as well known tip for better squat? Okay, a couple of tips for squat, or some things you should do in training. First thing you should really do is focus on technique. A couple of quick pointers for squatting. Firstly, getting your bracing right, making sure the midsection is strong as possible. Imagine you're trying to expand your whole midsection, a bit like a shaken up Coke can, in every direction. That's going to create stability between your upper body and lower body. Then you want to take a shoulder width stance, pressure through your big toe, ball of your sort of heel, and then the outside of the little toe, and then focus on expanding or pushing your knees out as if you've got a band around your knees. So the band's kind of trying to pull you in. You should be trying to push out with your knees. That creates space to squat into. And then as you come back up, driving hard through the heel, big toe, and the outside of the little toe.
There you go. There's a masterclass in squatting.
It was a very quick one, but
Group 2 train pool starting in 7-ish minutes.
Oh, exciting.
Yay. Thank God. Joe. Oh, where'd you go, Joe? Joe, what's your thoughts on Gav Bilton? How do you think his future looks? Similar past to me, ex-rugby player, making me want to get into strongman now. Much love to you both. Keep up the great work. Thank you very much, Joe.
Thank you, Joe. I think Gav has a brilliant future ahead of him in strongman. I think he probably put too much pressure on himself this year. He still needs a bit more experience competing in top level shows. I mean, he did World's Strongest Man last year, but he's not done that many international shows.
No.
And I know from experience how just getting that familiarization of competing a lot, you start to learn how to not just be a good shot, but how to compete and just cope mentally in that situation. He's still new to the sport.
Very new.
And
he's got bags of potential, though, hasn't he?
Gav's got so much, ahead of him. I think give him another year or two, and he's going to be an absolute monster.
Diamond Dog, can Robert Oberst win the training pool, in your opinion?
Who else? He's got JF Caron in the group. Do you know what? Yeah, he can.
He's got JR, Shiv, Ethel.
Yes, he can. Yeah, he can win that.
There we go. I'm getting there.
I think you're there.
Am I?
Well done.
I don't feel like I'm ever truly there. Can I? Oh, no.
Oh, there you go.
There you go. I'm related to World's Strongest Man. What's Loz's opinion on the stone of steel in lieu of Atlas stones for training? Yeah.
I've never actually used the stone of steel. Great training tool, obviously. I don't like it when stones or those type of limbs get really heavy. It can be very bicepy. A lot of people tear biceps without tacky on stones, so I would rather see tacky used and use Atlas stones rather than a stone of steel for heavy lifts.
Yeah, sorry, I couldn't resist. Damn it. Liz, what would you like to see in World's Strongest Man specifically and in strongman in general? Loz, any thoughts? For World's Strongest Man specifically, I would like all 30 guys to go into essentially the same group. After X amount of events, the bottom whatever are knocked out, so a bottom percentage are knocked out, and then we keep going until
a bit like CrossFit Games.
Yeah, very similar to CrossFit. I'd like a pay-per-view. I'd like it then uploaded onto Netflix. I just want it all. And I just like the athletes to be treated like the superstars that they are. Strongman in general, just we need better live streaming overall across all platforms. Like some do better than others, some get one part right. Rogue is a funny example with the Arnolds, because people are like, great live stream, but then people really complain about the commentary. You rarely hear anyone say like that's the one, that's perfect.
Yeah.
Any thoughts, Loz?
Oh, I agree with you. That's good.
That's good, thank you. I didn't say anything offensive either, did I?
You didn't offend anyone.
No,
good.
That's good. I'm getting better. Colorado Awesome Sauce, only train pool left today. So overhead medley and pickaxe and stone off.
Yes, 3 events tomorrow. Yes. Today, the guys just have 1 event in each group.
Yeah. And then they've got a rest day the day after that. So there is a rest day this year. And like last year when they lost that because of the hurricane, it's like we're making it up, isn't it? Some of the stupid things that happen at Worlds. Adam, seems like Luke is always taking care of Tom. Do you think this handicaps him?
Just think he's a brilliant big brother, to be honest, and maybe sometimes, but it doesn't look like it's affecting him at Worlds this year. He seems to be doing very, very well.
Here we go. Tom, hi Uncle Loz and Auntie Liz. Do you think Bish could podium this year? Sorry if you've already answered this.
Thinking of the events in the final, no. I don't think he can. I think possibly top 5. I think it would be hard to get on the podium for Bish this year.
I agree.
I think the big factor for Bish is probably the log for max.
Yes.
I think that's where he would lose too many points to try and podium.
Kevin, super random and off topic, but I review pro wrestling fans. I know a few of the former strongmen have done both sports.
Yeah, when I was younger, I was a massive pro wrestling fan. I know a number of the wrestlers. Adam Scher, for instance, I've met him many times, former strongman. And yeah, I was a massive fan of guys like The Undertaker, The Rock, Stone Cold,
he's still a massive fan. He watches these really bad YouTube channels.
I watch the old stuff. Yeah, I don't watch so much of the new stuff.
Aspicat, y'all keep up the good work, y'all. Thank you so much. Oh, people are mean. Cody, do you think we will ever get to see a World's Strongest Woman?
There is a World's Strongest Woman. I actually coach a former winner of the World's Strongest Woman.
Is it now the CrossFit Games that is officially the World's Strongest Woman competition for different weight classes?
Oh, you're thinking no.
Oh, sorry. Did I say CrossFit Games?
No, official strongman. Official strongman, which is actually going to be taking place in Florida in November. They have the World's Strongest Woman contest.
Yes, official Strongman Games, not CrossFit. Hello, Liz and Loz. I only
Chain
have a
yoke.
chain yoke because of budget reasons, but the instability is killing me. Should I invest in a regular yoke or keep getting better?
Do you know
with
what? A
yoke?
chain yoke is very, very good for developing core strength. Just one thing you just got to understand is it's harder. So don't be afraid to go lighter on it, because
The cat wants to
that
say
is
sorry.
going to still be great training for when you get to a regular yoke. Obviously, it's good if you can train on a regular yoke, but Mark Felix, for instance, used to have a chain yoke and trained on it for years, and it's really good for core strength. Just a little bit harder to set up. And again, like I said, just don't go quite as heavy as you might on a normal yoke.
There we go. Diego, greetings from Alabama. I love you both. Oh, bless. I'm 45 and just entered my first strongman competition. If I win the novice division, you eat my vegan diet for a day. If not, I'll shave my head. Do you? Oh, you can eat a vegan diet for a day, couldn't
that's
you?
no problem.
Yeah.
We'll do it. We'll make it happen.
There you go. Oh, and I'm lost again. No, I'm here. I have nothing to add to the chat. Just wanted to say yow, yow, yow. Keep up the great work, guys.
Brilliant. Thank you.
Thank you. Oh, is the excess weight on Gav slowing him down? Half 400.
I think you could probably do with losing a few pounds. I think he's gone like an early half Thor kind of route. I think maybe losing 10 to 20 kilos would help him.
Yeah. You say that like when you get big and strong and then drop a little bit, it makes a massive difference.
I'm not as tall as Gav. The biggest I got was 170. He's 210. At 170, I felt awful. I'm actually better at 150. I'm a lot more athletic, maybe slightly weaker in terms of squatting and pressing, but much better all round. And I think he would be a better all round, just slightly lighter.
Narnia, thank you, Narnia. Predictions for British and Irish Lions.
I haven't been following it, to be honest. So
like rugby or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, we don't know.
I used to be a big rugby fan. I used to be a good rugby player, and then I tore the ligaments in my knee playing rugby, and I kind of turned my back on it.
Yeah, it's hard sometimes.
It was hard. I just found it hard to sort of keep following it, and I was a very good rugby player, played at quite a high level, and it just became hard for me. And then I found Strongman and became obviously very passionate about that. So. Yeah.
The Smiths family live near Swindon, work in Bahrain, stayed at the Art the weekend before you arrived for Worcester. Gutted we miss you. Lovely people in Shrimp Couple. Oh, thank you very much. That's weird coincidences, isn't it? How you haven't bumped into us at some point. Like, you can't miss us. Dylan, thank you, Dylan. I know Brian Shaw always listens to Till I Collapse by Eminem, whenever he's going for a PB. Do you have a song you play when you're going for a big lift?
I have a few songs that I like. I mean, Eminem, I do play.
You got some really weird ones, haven't you?
Yeah.
Care to share a couple?
Well, I tell you what I do like listening to is motivational videos and stuff like that. I'm just trying to
Some of them are quite religious, aren't they? You're not a religious person, but
yeah,
they're like from ministers. But they are quite. What's that
quite,
running guy?
Yeah.
You gotta run for your destiny. If anyone knows what I'm talking about, please show your subs. I'm not crazy.
No,
he does, doesn't he?
He does, yeah. But loads, like I go through different, like I did a powerlifting competition and everyone was banging out heavy metal and stuff like that, and I lifted to Elvis. So I just try and be a little bit different to everyone else. I don't need extreme heavy metal or anything like that. It's
something that you enjoy listening to.
Yeah.
Patrick, just catching up. Do you think World's Strongest Man is trying to go harder and heavier this year because of all the CrossFit comments last year? I don't think World's Strongest Man listened to anyone's comments, to be honest.
No.
Am I up to date? No, I'm not, because look at those at the top. Am I? I might be. No, I'm not up to date.
Let's go up a bit more.
Yeah.
Have we done those?
Yeah, they're all done. Here we go. Is WS Woman a different company from the W?
World's Strongest Woman is currently run by Official Strongman.
It's like a sort of sister company of Giants Live, isn't it?
Kind of, yeah. It's a very, actually, Official Strongman is a great route to go for anyone wanting to get into the sport. That's an opportunity to actually get to World's Strongest Man. Anyone can enter their online qualifier. Then if you place high enough on that, they have the Official Strongman Games, which takes place in Florida in November. And then the winner of that gets invited to a Giants Live. Top 3 in a Giants Live, you get to go to World's Strongest Man. So if you believe you're good enough and you want to compete at World's Strongest Man, go and check out Official Strongman.
Chris, Loz and Liz love the content. Do you think the rest day will help the older athletes? And do you think losing the recovery day last year affected the results? Love the channel. Thank you, Chris. What do you think?
No.
No,
I think the older athletes probably coped better with the fact that things changed
because of their experience.
Just that experience. You see, like Mark Felix, he's just so
Nothing
laid back.
phases him.
He doesn't get phased.
No.
You know, having that experience is a big thing. Rest periods are great, but I think just being able to cope with changes, it's better if you're a bit more experienced.
Yeah. Stephen, hi Loz and Liz, was training for various Scottish stones of strength and popped my knee 8 weeks ago on crutches. Do you plan on doing any more Scottish stones?
Yeah, I'm coming up to Scotland for the Donald Dinny Day, and I'm going to try a few of the stones. Like I said, training for the official Strongman Games first, but I want to challenge myself and just do some different things, fun things. You know, we'll get some good content on YouTube. I just want to enjoy my training these days and just challenge myself in different ways.
Twice. All joking aside, Loz and Liz are the best commentators in Strongman. We need to see you two at an event commentating live. Cheers, y'all.
Thank you.
Thank you. God, can you imagine us live on mics? Oh no, it would be hilarious.
I think you're going to get a call from Don soon.
I don't think, Don, if you are watching this, do not call me. I will not answer. I'm too busy. I think we're up to date.
Awesome.
There we go. I think we should start wrapping up now.
We'll do 5 more minutes, and then we're going to get focused on seeing who's going to win these.
So we're just waiting on train pool results, aren't we? So Group 2, Tom Stoltman, Mark Felix, Evan, Trey, and Johnny. Who do people think is going to win the train pool in Group 2? Group 2,
let's have a look. Who do I think? Do you want me to say who I think is going to win?
Yeah, sure. Evan, Trey, or Johnny. Hold that thought. There's another super chat. G'day, team. So, sad to see Terry Hollands retire from the sport due to injury. Do you think World's Strongest Man should release complete event and implement details months before to avoid more injuries than necessary?
Oh, definitely. World's Strongest Man should be giving the events out. Not just, I will tell you what the events look like. They tell you loading. That's it. You don't know the objects. You don't know the weights of the objects. You don't know what it's going to be, distances. They just say loading. Squat or deadlift. You don't get told what type of squat or deadlift. You know, very little information is given to these guys.
The list is literally the whole, every event that's going to be at that year.
If any of you watching are some of the people that compete in different weight classes, or you do novice comps, I know from speaking to organizers get asked questions all the time about what height something is, how wide the handles are. You get to World's Strongest Man, you get the least amount of information.
Yeah.
These top guys, I mean, guys like JF take it in his stride.
Yeah.
He doesn't care, but I personally think we should know. That way you're going to get the best performances out of the guys. They're going to be able to prepare better. I'm pretty bitter about it. But when I tore my Achilles, I was training for a 450 kilo yoke for speed, and it was changed when I got there to 610 kilos. I would have trained completely differently for that change in weight. And I've done heavy yokes before in comps, but I just trained differently. It's tough. It really is.
Diamond Dog, thank you. Do you and Eddie ever train together?
I've trained with Eddie a few times, not since he's retired, but yeah, we've had a few training sessions together.
Up in the strength asylum.
Yeah, we had some good deadlift sessions up there.
Paul, thank you, Paul. Hey, Uncle Loz and Auntie Liz. Love y'all so much and appreciate the hard work y'all do. Also, kind of sad Mateus K didn't compete this year. We're all sad.
Yeah, he is such an incredible athlete, and I think he's doing the right thing, trying to take his time. I know it must be killing him not competing, but he's such a great athlete, and I felt if he rushed back, he could probably end his career.
Yeah.
I think he needs to get everything 100% before he comes back. Then he's got a chance of getting to his best and hopefully proving to everyone that he can win World's Strongest Man.
Cool. So we've been on for an hour and 20 now. I think we should wrap it up here.
Okay.
Because
we'll do some
exhausted.
We'll do some more lives this week.
Yeah, we will.
Thank you again so much for all the support. I can't believe we've still got over 3,500 people on.
It's crazy. And another super chat, Edgar. I'd love to share music. Check out Death and Twisted. There we go. I will put it on for Loz straight away after we log off. Guys, we will be back with our recap. This isn't the recap, is it? It's not replacing the recap.
Liz will be editing that as soon as
we'll do a nice sort of clean, easy video for people to follow. Thanks for the coverage. Thank you, Beric. We really appreciate you all so much. I feel almost bad for going, but honestly, I need to lie down in the darkened room.
She needs a cup of coffee.
I'm sweating. Look how shiny I am. I've got a massive light on me. I've got him pressed up against me, and he's basically a radiator.
Guys, enjoy the event later. Make sure you tune in to our analysis and recap, and we'll be back with more stuff every day this week. Take care.
Bye.